This time every Thursday, we head off to the movies. Yes, James Luxford is here with me in the studio once again, movie reviewer for the Radio Times and for the Metro newspaper. He's from Stratford-upon-Avon, so we embrace him on a Thursday afternoon, and he imparts his knowledge on movie releases for Coventry and Warwickshire on you around this time. How are you, James? You all right?
I'm not too bad, how are you?
Very good. And I noticed you're posting about World Mental Health Awareness Day today, and you think that's obviously something that's very important to
I think it's very important. I think anything that gets more people talking, and you see the statistics of people who are struggling, people who unfortunately take their own lives every year, particularly in an age where there's so much information around. There's so many platforms for someone to sort of reach out and talk to people and things like that. Yeah. And I think that's only a good thing. I think that if you can use something like social media, which can be quite toxic at times.
As we're finding out in the Colin Rooney, Rebecca Vardy stories we're going to get to after 5 o'clock this afternoon. Yeah. Good stuff. Movies this week, and I mentioned this new Will Smith movie. Talking to social media, if you look at his Instagram feed, that has been a real insight into the making of this, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. He's in the new movie Gemini Man, playing both his current self as a sort of an aging hitman who wants to get out, who finds himself pursued by a mystery attacker who turns out to be his younger self, also played by Will Smith.
25 years ago, they made you from me. They chose me because there's never been anybody like me. We have to end this right now.
So I've seen some of the trailers for this. I've seen some of the little bits he stuck up on his Instagram feed. And this, it's Will Smith. It's got to be good, hasn't it?
Well, it's a wonderful thing to watch because, as I said, he is playing his younger self, and this is not makeup. It's motion capture, but photorealistic, so it looks like him around the time of maybe just before Independence Day.
Okay.
And it's, young Will Smith versus older Will Smith. It is incredible to look at. And, acting as young as himself, I think this is one of those movies we'll look back and say this changed everything in terms of what you can do with making people look younger. Of course, we saw Peter Cushing come back in Rogue One. As a movie, I thought it was a disaster.
Really? Okay. Why?
That kind of terrible 90s action movie script, and I got a real unintentional laugh. I'm not a big kind of laugher. I don't guffaw exactly, but it did catch me. He breaks into this apartment. The person who's helping him screams, and he goes, "It's okay. It's not gun time. It's coffee time."
Okay.
This is an Ang Lee film.
Right.
This was like this is Brokeback Mountain, Life of Pi. He's an artist, and it's like it's written by a child, and it's in the format of this very bad kind of 90s B-movie, kind of wrapped around a clever concept, which is the motion capture. I don't think it's enough to make a good film.
Okay, Gemini Man gets the thumbs down. Maybe this one will get the thumbs up. It's a new satire from the guys that brought you the Day Today years ago. Tell us a bit about this.
Yeah, from Chris Morris. He directs this satire about a leader of a small, poorly organised religious group who unwittingly become a target for the FBI.
Prepare ye, for the day that approaches is the day of the great revolution. Are you ready to rule?
We are ready to rule.
May you live to see the accidental dominance of the white race overthrown.
Perhaps your army needs weapons? No.
We don't believe in guns. If necessary, we'll call on the dinosaurs. At the sound of a trumpet, they will come to our aid.
Any good?
Yeah, I thought it was very funny. Anna Kendrick, who you may remember from various movies like Pitch Perfect, plays the FBI agent, and it's a fun satire at sort of racial profiling, the sort of profiteering on the war of terror. If you've watched Four Lions, you'll know what to expect his previous film. I don't think this is quite as good, but it is very well written and very well acted.
Okay, and finally, a bit of an animation for us.
Yes, Abominable, which is a film about a teenager from Shanghai who helps a lost Yeti find their family.
Yeti on my roof. Hey, boy. Or girl. Whoa! Yeah, you're definitely a boy.
Yeah, that was in the movie, not me. I should hurriedly say. What was that like?
I thought it was very good from the people who brought you things like Shrek, DreamWorks Animation, and nice looking film. It's very much like every animated film you've seen, kind of a cuddly title character who needs to find their way home and makes friends with a human child. And I think it will be just fine for very young cinema goers who'll like it. There's enough jokes in there. It looks very pretty. I don't think maybe the accompanying adults will get too much from it, but it's fine.
Half-term holidays are coming, and they're thinking about it, aren't they? Definitely. James, always good to see you. Thanks very much indeed. You can read his reviews every week in the Radio Times and the Metro newspaper, and here every Thursday afternoon on BBC Coventry and Warwickshire. 3 minutes to 5, traffic and travel next for you.